Have you ever met someone who treats their birthday like it's nothing special? No countdown, no excitement, no plans, just another morning, another evening, another 24 hours. But here's the real question, why? Why do some people treat their birthday exactly like any other day? Is it emotional numbness? A deeper fear? Or maybe a kind of quiet strength people rarely talk about? Stick with me until the end, because the truth behind this behavior might reveal something surprising, maybe even about you. For some people, the answer starts with a history they rarely talk about. These are the ones who learned early that birthdays don't guarantee joy. Maybe they grew up in a home where nobody made an effort. Maybe every birthday felt like a normal day, or worse, a disappointing one. Imagine being a child, waking up excited, hoping someone would remember, and they don't. Maybe your family forgot. Maybe your friends didn't show. Maybe each year you expected something, and each year you got nothing. Over time, the mind protects itself. Psychologists call this emotional conditioning, the brain's way of saying, if celebrating only brings disappointment, then stop expecting anything at all. So eventually the birthday becomes just another day. Not because they don't care, but because caring became too painful. Then there's another group, the practical ones, the people whose lives are so full, so fast, so constantly demanding that celebration slips down the priority list. Work deadlines, financial pressure, family duties, responsibilities that don't pause just because the calendar says they should. Birthdays don't feel special to them, not because they're unimportant, but because time itself feels like it's moving too fast to hold on to anything. Psychologists call this temporal compression, when your brain becomes so focused on survival and productivity that personal milestones stop feeling meaningful. For them, the birthday isn't ignored, it's simply overshadowed by life. And then there's a third group, maybe the most misunderstood of all. These are the people who know it's their birthday, they remember it, they acknowledge it, they just don't need anything to happen. No party, no gifts, no photos online. Why? Because their sense of worth doesn't come from celebration, it comes from within. Psychologists call this intrinsic validation, the mindset where you don't rely on attention, praise, or special events to feel good about who you are. These people see birthdays differently. To them, maturity isn't about making a big deal, it's about understanding something deeper. I don't need one special day to feel valued. I create value in my life every day, and here's the interesting part. People who treat their birthday like a normal day often live with a similar philosophy in the rest of their life. They don't chase the spotlight, they don't crave recognition, they don't need announcements, applause, or grand gestures. They're quietly content and quietly confident. Does that mean they never feel lonely? No, they're still human, but they've learned to find meaning in the everyday instead of waiting once a year for permission to feel special. So whether you celebrate big or barely acknowledge the day at all, your reaction reveals something about you. For some, it's unhealed pain. For others, it's overwhelming responsibilities. And for many, it's maturity, independence, and inner peace. But here's the real question, which one are you? Do you avoid celebration because of old wounds, because life is too busy, or because you've reached a place where you don't need a date to feel alive? If this gave you a new perspective on birthdays, you'll love the psychology topics we break down here. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. We dive deep into the kind of psychology that actually explains you.